Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Bear just read and spelled.
Actually, Lyndle did it better.
Lyndle, was it Lyndle
did
that?
it perfect. Bear thought the first one was O-A-D.
Ah, so that's close.
D-A-D.
D-A-D, Dad. You guys are, what sound does a D make? Yeah, duh, 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 duh. What sound does a T make? T, 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 t. What sound does an M make? M, m, m. Baby Eloise is over here eating a book. So it's Sunday morning. We are about 10 minutes away from our church being live online. Like many other churches, we've been doing an online service, but I think we are planning on going back in session. Is it June 21st?
Yes.
June 21st. But they're doing a trial run the week before with just like the hospitality crew to see how it goes. I'm curious to know if you guys are regular church goers, what your church has done during this time, and if you have found that it's like just as good to like attend online, or if you're really, really excited to be back in person. It's, you know, for us, it didn't really make much of a difference. We sort of enjoyed being home, and baby Eloise takes a nap right during when church is anyway. D-A-D.
Good job, buddy.
So it would have been, I don't know, it would have been tough. And we actually stopped going to church a couple weeks before we had to because of Eloise's surgery. We just didn't want to catch anything that went through the family right before she had surgery, so we just stayed home as much as possible before this all started. And then the pandemic kind of helped us stay home even longer. So it's interesting. I don't know. Do you think any churches are gonna just not open back up?
Ugh.
I wonder if a church would be like a small business where they just suffered so much during the pandemic that they're not able to continue.
Good question.
Sad. So I just got a new planner. I've been using this planner since July of 19,
Good job.
and it was okay.
I guess, all right.
What I like about a calendar like this is that it has the entire month before it breaks it down by week. And I like to look at the whole month at once. But there were a few things I didn't like about it. So I ended up researching. I really wanted Jordan Page's productivity planner, but they're all sold out. And so I'm on a list to be notified when they come back into print. But in the meantime, I just got a different productivity planner. So I've been having so much fun going through, and it's really neat. It has like these stickers in it, and then it has, you start at whatever month it is, and then you put the tabs in yourself.
Honey, Rachel.
Yeah.
Did you say nerd alert before you started filming?
I should have given the alert. Nerd alert. So then it has, like before you get into the month, it has what your goals are, motivation, how you're gonna achieve your goals. You put in all of the numbers for that month, and then each week, goals, action plan, to do, just different things. And then you wake up every day, each day, and say, I'm grateful for what my goal is for the day. So it's just a good way to be productive. The only thing it needs is a meal plan section, but I might just turn one of these other sections into meal planning. But I'm really excited. This is something I love to do, is like organize my planner and get my planner all ready for me to use it. I wish I could just sit down and drink my coffee and do this. But we have 3 children under 3. Okay, Bear, so we're golfing this morning. We don't have any pants on, so people are always so curious as to why we let them run around without pants.
We
got hit this.
Exactly.
We got hit the hole.
And it probably just so happens that we're filming a clip in the time frame that was after he took his pants off and before we got new pants on him again. So anyway, the golf club, we need to run through a few ground rules. The golf club, do you hit people with it?
No.
Do you hit the walls with a golf club?
No.
Do you hit the cabinets?
No.
Do you hit a golf ball with it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good job, buddy.
Perfect.
Hit the golf ball.
You hit the golf ball.
Hit the golf ball.
That's right.
Not the wall.
Not the wall.
Not the plant. Not the plant.
Not the plant. What about the golf ball?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, you hit the golf ball. Those look kind of big for her. Hey Lyndle, I love your outfit. Aw, Bear's hugging that. That was really sweet.
Those are too big. Those are too big for this baby.
Yeah, probably.
Those are too big for those babies.
Look at Bear. He was hugging it.
Aw.
No, Lion. No.
Okay.
You gonna wear those?
Yeah.
Adorable. So with my new planner and meal prepping, I was going through all of this stuff that we have in our house that we needed to use up. And I'm pretty proud because there was a cauliflower that looked like it was on its last leg. It had even some like brown spots around the top of it. But I'm like, no, I am gonna use that cauliflower now. And so I cut it up and then like scraped off all of the brown stuff and ended up finding a recipe for, I guess it's like cauliflower stir fry. And I had to modify it just a little bit because there were some ingredients that I didn't have. Like it called for fresh ginger and I just used ginger powder, which probably would have been way better with like fresh grated ginger in it. And then what else did I substitute? It was supposed to have chicken. It was supposed to be like a rotisserie chicken, but I had ground beef, so I substituted that. You really wouldn't even have to put meat in it at all if you didn't want to. But I'm gonna share the recipe below because it is so good. I'm sitting here eating it right here on the couch and hanging out with baby Eloise. And it is really good. It's so funny, the timing every single day, like when she wakes up from her nap. I should have learned this over the last few weeks, but like the minute she wakes up from her nap coincides almost perfectly with when I get my lunch ready. And so I sit down to eat it and then Eloise is awake and I have to go like feed her and change her diaper and then end up just eating very quickly while I hang out with her. But no biggie. Maybe I should just try to like eat lunch a little earlier or a little later. But like I told you before, I'm doing intermittent fasting, so usually by lunchtime I'm famished. Right, Eloise? Do you see your kitty down there? Iris. Iris. A few of you guys have noticed that Iris has been around a lot more. I totally agree. I noticed the same thing. She's definitely, I think she's grieving. She's definitely more needy and like needing more petting and rubbing up on us and just coming around a lot more and trying to make sure she's not being left. Like we close our bedroom door during the day just because we don't want the twins running in there and jumping on our bed and stuff. It's just not totally baby proof, so I want it to be off limits in case we're tied up doing something and they escape into there. So anyway, we keep that door closed and sometimes Iris will be in there, but we go in and out enough that she will come back out if she needs to. But she's like making sure she doesn't get left in there. She just wants to be around us a lot more. It's just really interesting that like she may be genuinely grieving, or she senses that I'm grieving and so she's trying to be more supportive of me, or both. It's just really interesting. What is that on there? It's a puppy dog. Oh, it's so soft. How about that? We have a mirror. Can you guys see yourself in the mirror? A little dirty. She's so cute. A cute baby. Yeah, go girl. Go girl. Helmets, check. Sunscreen, check.
Not many things cuter than a baby in a helmet.
Oh my gosh, I tell ya. You are cute. Do you like going for bike rides with your daddy? You ready to roll? Got your foot. That's good. It's gonna be fun. I asked Brad the other day if we had a butt pack, and he said no and was like making fun of me. Not laughing now, are ya? Look at that.
This one must be yours. Either that or mine when I was at my fighting weight.
Ooh, yeah. So it might be kind of hoarderish, but I always have a really hard time throwing out my old planners because they're just like one of my most prized possessions. Like I feel naked if I go to work and forget my planner. I just like to be able to look at the upcoming month, I guess. But I also like looking back at my planner in September, I had like marked how many weeks pregnant I was, and then the day that I was supposed to be delivering Eloise, which is the day I had her. And I don't know, it's just fun to look back at all of that and see what I was up to that month. It's almost like a journal. So what do you guys do with your old planners? Do you keep them? Do you toss them? It seems silly to keep them. I don't know what to do. So I have Eloise sitting up here with me. I'm doing some veggie prep, just washing everything and putting it in jars so it's ready to eat. I'm gonna start trying to do this every week on Sundays because the veggies, I just need a better system for the veggies to see what we have and start planning out meals better. And Eloise is pretty interested in the broccoli. And she's got some measuring spoons too. Mama. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's better. Here you go. You can hold it. Yeah. I have corn in I have a permanent retainer. There's corn in it.
What you got? Avocado, what?
Just avocado.
Straight avocado?
She's eating salmon, corn, and avocado.
She's a real person.
Have you guys ever heard of the Sunday Scaries?
Just trying to see what my hair looks like. I wore a hat all day.
It's not bad.
And no, I had never heard of the Sunday Scaries.
I hadn't either until my friend mentioned it. And then, like, later that day I heard it again in another context completely. It's just so weird how that happens.
So random.
You know what else is weird?
What?
I'm still feeling what feels exactly like a baby kick.
Really?
Last night when we were going to bed, I told Brad that I was feeling the baby move. He said, that's not funny, you better never say that again.
Unless it's baby Eloise.
Yeah, it's just so weird because it just did it. That's exactly what it feels like. It's not hurting.
My mom said you have hernia.
Does a hernia, I would imagine a hernia is painful.
I would think so, but maybe not.
It feels like a twitch. Like when your eyelid twitches, it feels like that, but it's inside my belly.
Are you sure it's just not gas?
It's definitely not gas because gas is kind of painful and like you can feel it moving around. This is in the exact same spot and it feels exactly like a kick. But like by the time you can feel the baby kicking that much, It's in different places. You're not feeling it in the exact same spot
Yeah,
every
it's
time.
got to be like a muscle twitch or something.
Weird though.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really weird. It's sad too.
Not to change the subject, but when Rachel was talking about the Sunday scaries, I said I have the opposite of this. I have the Sunday cheers.
He's like so happy to get out of here and go back to work.
Of course, I was kidding. It's awesome because I have 2 days off during the week. I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. So it's just like, it's the perfect balance right now.
Yeah. I will give it to him that when the kids are, the moments that they're being difficult are difficult. But over the course of the day, most of the time,
It's pretty few and far between.
pretty few and far between. There are days where it's a lot, definitely.
Especially if you're here by yourself.
Yes, but it seems like it's more so. I think they just sense that they're outnumbered or they're outnumbering me, and that they're just not going to be catered to like they would otherwise.
Yeah.
But going back to the person I reference all the time, Janet Lansbury. I really never know how to pronounce her last name.
I would say Barry.
Janet Lansbury. She would tell you that just because they're complaining, even if it's really loud and there are tears involved with it, that doesn't mean that you need to fix that for them.
It's hard not to.
He's a fixer.
I'm a fixer.
Yep.
I'm a people pleaser.
He wants them to be perfectly happy 24/7. And the difference between them and us is that they share their emotions on, like they wear them on their sleeve. So, you know, throughout the day you'll have highs and lows, but you're not crying when you're at a low. They are. That's kind of how I see it. And it's like, it's not my job to fix them crying most of the time. Like if they're hurt and I need to pick them up and soothe them, obviously that's different than if I say they can't have a cookie and then they start freaking out. That's not my job to emotionally fix that situation.
Yeah.
And it like weighs on you, I think, a lot more heavily than it does me.
I think so too.
So I get why you need a break from that emotional baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that's accurate? Is that?
Totally. 1,000%.
Yeah. Well, I try to tell him throughout the day too, like, this isn't your job to fix this. They're gonna just need to cry.
And in the thick of the moment, it just makes it worse.
Me telling you that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it would help.
Yeah.
Because it like frees you from feeling like you need to do something.
I guess.
No.
I'm really happy with the new couches. Good
Me
good
too.
job, honey.
Thanks.
Except for I ruined them already.
Yeah, you kind
I
of,
rubbed too hard right
you
here.
were really, really aggressive.
But I wasn't that aggressive.
Yeah, right. I've seen you like wash dishes and stuff.
No, I wasn't.
We don't have any champagne flutes because Brad washes them so aggressively that they break in his hands. That I'm not just making that up. That's true.
That's true. That's a good point.
But yeah, the couches, they came pre-treated. I misspoke earlier when I said they were vegan leather. I looked at so many couches. These were sourced from hides that were already used for meat. So definitely not vegan, like the opposite of vegan, but better than them like
Purposely.
sacrificing an animal just for the couch. Like the hide, the cow was already being used. So I know not everybody agrees with that, but that's what we did. So they're like pre-treated. You don't put anything on them to treat them. They will develop just a slightly worn, comfy look over time, and that's to be expected. But in the meantime, like every little scratch shows. So it's, I don't know, just you have to get past that and they'll just look uniformly worn before too long. So that will probably blend in before too long.
Yeah.
From people sitting on it and standing up and sitting on it and standing up.
Right.
Sitting on it, standing up, sitting on it, standing up. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.